Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Soph and I feel like we are due for a checkup. We are due for a Q&A. It's been a while, I feel like, since I did one, and I feel like I've been changing so quickly throughout the months this past year that I feel like it's just time for a new check-in. I feel like every time I've done a check-in recently, I've been in a very different place in my life, and so I just figured it was time. I've, as you guys have noticed, been a little bit more MIA from kind of social media in general, but mostly YouTube and my podcast have been really neglected, and that's just because I've been I just kind of took a step back and like lived a little more. I post 3 times a week usually for you guys, and that means that I also edit 3 times a week and film 3 times a week, and you guys were getting a lot of my life, and it was just getting a little bit like I was getting a little bit burnt out. I was feeling a little bit like my privacy was invaded, and I don't know, I just needed to like take a step away and collect my thoughts and just live my own life privately. And I also, like, as I've been away and reflecting, I've sort of been wondering if I want to change up my posting schedule a little bit so that I post maybe just like a little bit less frequently with higher quality videos again. I kind of used to do that, and then I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna push them out. So I don't really know, I'm still torn there. So maybe you guys can let me know in the comments or through my Instagram DMs or something if you prefer less like produced videos, or if you like fewer, more produced videos. Nothing crazy. My style is always very like home video-y, very not so edited, and I like it that way. But when I do post less, I can spend more time with, you know, like aesthetic clips and like clips with music over them and words and linking things and things like that. So I'm still kind of trying to find the balance of that. So let me know what you guys want. Obviously I want to like make you guys happy while also not stressing myself out, because that kind of leads me into, I have a lot of just fun life to live ahead of me. I have like a few things in April that I'm doing. Some of them I'm vlogging for you, some of them I'm not, but that includes I'm going to Austin for work, and I'm going to Hawaii with my mom. If you guys have been following along, you know that I got her a trip to Hawaii for Christmas. So we're doing that, and then May I have a couple or May actually is like pretty open. I think I have like 1 or 2 things. June is like a big month. I've kind of talked about it. I don't have anything. I haven't told you guys anything, but June's gonna be super fun. Plus it's my birthday. July I have like 1 thing, and then August I have like 1 thing, but I'm really excited about. And then after August, I don't really know what's gonna happen with like living and everything, because that's when my lease is up. So there's just a lot of fun life coming up, and I don't want to overwhelm myself with like, oh my god, I have to post 3 times a week, blah blah blah. So I'm thinking that I might maybe move that down to like 2 times a week, plus still do my podcast and still post on everything as usual. But I'm still considering, so we will see. But let me know what you guys want, because if you guys are really like, no, I really want the 3 weeks or 3 days a week videos, then maybe I can find a way to still fit that in and make that work. But I really just want to know what you guys want to hear. But I am sorry for being MIA. Like, I feel very guilty about that, but I also feel like I definitely needed it. But I appreciate those of you who have sent me really sweet messages checking in on me and just telling me to like take my time, because of course I do get messages and comments that are like, where are you, like why aren't you put, like, I don't know, ones that are kind of like pressuring me. But yeah, anyways, thank you for being supportive. For those of you who have been, it's very appreciated. But with all that being said, I think that we can hop right into the Q&A. I asked you guys over on Instagram to ask me questions that you've been wondering, and so I picked a few to answer. So make sure you guys are following me on all my other social media if you're not already, because you will miss out on opportunities to ask me questions like this. So I've been posting a lot on Snapchat recently, and then as usual, posting a lot on Instagram stories, and all of my social media is always linked down in the description of the video, and you guys can find me there. But it's just at Soph on everything. Besides Snapchat is SOPHERRR. And my podcast is Happy Human Club, available on all streaming platforms. So, with all that being said, let's hop into the first question, which is a funny one, a lighthearted one to start. It's, what is your order from Sweetgreen? And I get this question all the time because I go there all the time. I talk about Sweetgreen all the time, and I love Sweetgreen so much. So my go-to is the Kale Caesar. I love the Kale Caesar. That is like a classic, so good. If anyone's like, what should I get from Sweetgreen for the first time? Kale Caesar, always Kale Caesar. I also really like, they have this new one. It's like the hummus crunch bowl or something. I've been getting that one. That one's really good. Also, the chicken pesto parm is really good. The buffalo chicken bowl is good, but it's kind of actually, like, I love spice, and sometimes that one bothers my stomach because it's like a lot of like spice and not a lot to like absorb the spice. But I would say those are like my go-tos for sure. I've also gotten the guacamole greens. That one's good too, but I'm not like the biggest fan of the dressing. I know that many like the back of my hands though, you guys, and I will say that Kale Caesar is like a go-to, and the Harvest Bowl is also good. But yeah, I would say Kale Caesar is like my go-to order for sure. Lately I've been like straying away from it, but only because I go so dang much. So I was getting a little bit, not even sick of it, but just wanted to switch it up. But yeah, Kale Caesar, short answer. Next question is, are you going to get more tattoos? And the short answer to this is yes, I absolutely am. I thought I was like done for a while. I didn't really have any ideas, but lately I have like multiple ideas, and I've been dying to get them. I really want to get a little tattoo right here. I think I have something in mind. I also want to add some stuff right here, and I think I might also want one like right here. So I know what I want, but I won't tell you guys because like there's still ideas in my head. But yes, most definitely want to get more tattoos. I'm always though like, ooh, I kind of just want to wait till I go home to New Hampshire, because my favorite tattoo artist is John at Crane & Co. in Hudson, New Hampshire. He's the best ever. He's super affordable, and he's done most of my tattoos, including my favorite, Little Shark. So yeah. Next question is, what makes you the happiest? And I love questions like this. I feel like I always talk about things like this on my YouTube, on my podcast, but what makes me the happiest is like my friends. I know it's kind of cheesy, but just my friends, and feeling like supported, and people that just make me feel loved and wanted and happy and make me laugh and just like are fun to be around. They just make me so happy. So obviously, like, I'm thinking about Brie and Maddie. You guys know my best friends. But yeah, I would say my friends make me the happiest. And also dance makes me so happy, which I need to continue to incorporate into my life. I always put that one on the back burner, and really it should be my priority, because it really does like make such a difference when I go to dance and add that into my life. Like, I just feel really good and I feel really me. So definitely want to add that back in there. But yeah, and then also this is something that I've loved for a few years, but over the past few months as I've been living alone, I grew like an insane love for it, and that's cooking. Like, I love to cook. I love to experiment. I love to eat the food I cook. I love to cook for others. I just love cooking. I love grocery shopping. Everything about cooking and preparing food and serving food is like my adult hobby. Like, I love to do it, and it just brings me a lot of joy. So I would definitely say that. And then obviously Augie, my dog, duh. But yeah, those are the things that I think make me the happiest. Also, you guys, like, I love what I do and I love my job, and lately I've just been feeling not the greatest about just social media in general. I've just been feeling like it's not the most positive space for me. It's been overwhelming to me, and just something I had to step away from. But at the end of the day, I really love what I do, and I love you all, and I'm so grateful that I get to do what I do, and it really does make me happy in general. Bigger picture is doing social media makes me very happy. So add that to the list. Next question is, which I get all the time, what is your hair care routine? And then they said, it's so beautiful and healthy. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. First and foremost, I feel like the biggest thing is that this is all virgin hair. I don't have any color in any of this. If you guys have been following me since the start, I used to have bleach blonde hair, and I've had a hair journey for sure. So I started dyeing my hair blonde in 2017. I did like balayage and all that type of thing. And my hair was super healthy. Like, it was blonde, but it was super healthy while I still lived in New Hampshire. And because I have the best hairdresser ever, I still only go to her to this day. But when she was dyeing my hair, it was beautiful. It was healthy. It was perfect. I moved to Florida and I needed to get my hair done. And I went to some random hairdresser here in Florida that had good reviews, but not good enough, because he absolutely fried my hair off. And it took, well, then I went home and had my hairdresser fix it to the best she could, and we cut a bunch off. And then from there, I haven't colored it since, and that was like the fall of 2020, I believe. Yeah, haven't dyed my hair since, and I've just grown and cut and grown and cut and grown and cut. And now it's like back to, I have a mirror here, that's why I just looked over there, but it's back to all my natural color. So I think that's the biggest thing. And a lot of you are like, how'd you get so healthy? It's because it's not touched. And I think that, like, if you dye, it's obviously harder to keep like as strong and healthy, but it's possible. And I also think my hair products I use are super helpful in keeping it healthy, because I've like suggested them to a lot of people, and then they come back to me and they're like, oh my god, like, this saved my life, this saved my hair. And I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. So I'll put pictures of the products that I use on my hair up on the screen, but I will be using Amika Normcore shampoo until the day I die. That is the best shampoo I've ever tried. I've been using it for over a year now, and I will never switch. That is the shampoo that I use. Like, that is my shampoo. And you can get it at Sephora. You can get it at hairdressers. I don't know where else. I think Amazon even sells it, but I usually get mine at Sephora. But I use Amika Normcore shampoo and conditioner. Then when I get out of the shower, I use this KMS, like Tame something or other. I got it first from my hairdresser. She uses it on my hair, or at least did at one point, and I just have repurchased since because I really love it. And then I finish off with the Gizu hair oil, and I put that stuff on like religiously. Like, I put it on when I get out of the shower, I put it on when I finish styling my hair, I put it on my ends for second day hair. Like, I use that thing like it's my job. And I would say that I don't have dry hair. I also don't have oily hair, but it's not like, it's on the more oily side, I guess. And I don't find that hair oil makes my hair oily. But yeah, that's my hair care routine. And then on the days, like right now, I just have it braided, but this is my natural second day hair. It has like a slight wave to it. Sometimes it has a curl to it, but mostly just wavy hair. And as it gets longer, it just gets straighter and straighter. But yeah, and then when my hair is styled, all I do is just blow it out with the Dyson Airwrap, which I know is like crazy, stupid expensive, but that is probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. Like, actually, I use that thing so much and nothing styles my hair like the Dyson Airwrap. And I've used the Revlon brush. I actually haven't tried Amika's styling brush. I saw they have one, but I'll never switch from a Dyson Airwrap. Like, I absolutely love that thing. So yeah, that's how I do my hair. I have not talked about this on YouTube yet. I've hinted at it on Instagram and Snapchat. I don't think I've hinted it on TikTok at all, maybe, but exciting things are coming, and that is all I will say. But I'm flying to Austin for work, and it all comes together, but stay tuned. Next question is, any tips for someone newly diagnosed with type 1 diabetes? I feel like I have so many tips, because I think that, so I'm about to hit my 1 year since diagnosis. April 28th is the day that I was diagnosed last year, and I have done a full 360 with not only how I live my day-to-day life, but also just like how I feel about having a chronic illness and how it impacts my daily life and my mindset and everything like that. And I think I want to do a whole separate podcast episode on this. That's like kind of what I'm planning as my next podcast episode. So I don't want to go into like too much detail. So definitely like stay tuned for that podcast episode specifically for this question. But just briefly, like, because I wished that more people had said this to me, because when you're first diagnosed, or just in general, like, but mostly when you're first diagnosed, when people find out that you just got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, or they find out that you have it, they always have something negative or scary to say, always. And something I've learned is that, like, when people want to like connect with you or show they care or like relate to you when they can't directly do so, the way they do that is to like try to like show that they're knowledgeable in some way. And with type 1 diabetes, a lot of times that comes out as like, oh, my grandfather had type 1 diabetes, yeah, like he died from it. And it's like, I realize people do that because they're trying to like bond with me and be like, oh, I empathize with you, like I understand it's hard, but it comes out really wrong a lot of times, and comes out very like apathetic and ignorant. And that's something that I think people who are newly diagnosed with type 1 diabetes should know, because a lot of people are gonna scare you and make you feel like it's the end of the world, make you feel like you're dying, make you feel like your life is over, make you feel like you're never gonna live a normal, healthy life. And it's just so not true. Like, you will live a normal, healthy life. Obviously, you have like extra things you have to do, and it's super annoying, and you're not the same as every day-to-day person. You have like your little thing, but it doesn't have to destroy you. And the only way it'll destroy you is if you let it. It's unpredictable, because that's just the nature of it, and every day like your insulin needs are different and whatever, and obviously it's scary and can be dangerous, and there's a lot to it. But like it's also not like, it's also just your same life you had before. It's also the same life where you can enjoy all the same things, and your life does not have to change as much as you think it does. All you have to do is take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, everyone should be taking care of themselves. And I find that people who, type 1 diabetics who take care of themselves and are aware of their blood sugar and at least attempt to manage it, are really healthy people, because they keep in mind what they eat, make sure it's like healthy for them. Everyone's needs are different. They are often active and get enough exercise. And also, you have to decide actively to have a positive mindset, or else just the fact that you have type 1 diabetes will ruin your life. Like, the thought of it will destroy you and destroy your mental health. And I know that because I let it. And you have to figure out a way to switch that mindset. And because of that, you become a really strong, really independent, really insightful, really wise, really optimistic person, because you have to be. And sometimes you get into the mood where you're like, well, I don't want to have to be. And I get that, because I get there. But at the end of the day, you do have to do your best to be your happiest. And because of that, you end up having a pretty good head on your shoulders, and you just become a really well-rounded, healthy person simply because you have type 1 diabetes. And I see it as like a really annoying little bug in my ear that I want to swat away, but that little bug has brought me so much positive and so many things that I wouldn't have had I not been diagnosed. So my advice to you is, don't let all those people scare you, and also don't let your own mind destroy you and your potential to live a normal, healthy, happy life. Next question is random, but what is the first thing you do when you wake up? And first thing I do when I wake up is I take Augie out. Immediately, I get up, take them out, and then I come back inside and I check my blood sugar with my finger pricker. I do that every morning. And I will put away last night's dishes, and then I will get dressed to go work out, whatever my workout is. Next question is, how do you feel about the constant dating rumors / speculation? And this is actually one of the biggest reasons that I stepped away from social media, just because I couldn't breathe in the direction of someone without someone being like, oh, she's dating her, she's talking to this person, she doesn't like this person, she's not friends with this person, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I feel like I have no control over my own thoughts because everyone else is thinking and feeling for me, and it was taking a toll on me. So how do I feel about it? I feel like it's my own fault. I put myself out there. It's what I do. I choose to do it. So I can't really complain much, but I will say it has been really getting to me, and it has been making me not want to be as present on social media, for sure. But I understand, and I totally get it, because I do it to celebrities and I do it to other people online that I don't know, and I just don't do it publicly. I do it like in my head. And I just wish that sometimes people would zip it. But I understand that that's not how it works, and I'm choosing to put myself out there, and people can do with my life what they wish. So it's a weird concept to live with, but I feel very mixed about that question. And I will end on this question here, which is, are you genuinely happy? How are you doing? I got a lot of questions like this, and I think overall I'm very happy. It's funny because I feel like whenever one part of my life is going really good, another one lacks. And then another one goes really good and another one lacks. And it's very rare for everything to be really great. But I also think that's not life. That's not really how life works. And obviously anytime that everything's up here, like, that's not gonna last forever. So I will say, while some parts of my life are like at an all-time high, I think other parts are not at an all-time low, but definitely lower. Like, I will say that in terms of negative self-talk and body image and how I feel about myself and my work and everything like that, we're pretty low down there. We're pretty low down there. I've not been feeling motivated. I've not been feeling like putting myself on camera. I've been feeling really affected by others' opinions of me. I've also been really mean to myself and really hateful towards myself and comparing myself to past versions of myself that it's not healthy for me to do. And that is something I've really been struggling with. But at the same time, I've been feeling overall really happy and having really fun and exciting things in my life, where it's almost like kind of overpowering the negative, but the negative is still there. I don't know. Overall, I would say, like, I'm definitely feeling good and feeling more myself and feeling happy. I think I'm also amidst big changes, and that's always very overwhelming to me. And I think also, like, I just spent a lot of time doing, like, living my life like a robot, but in a way that I am most productive, and I'm so hyper focused on taking care of myself and my body and my mind, and all I would do is take care of myself. And at that point in time, that's what I needed. But then it started to affect my mental health, because all I did was wake up and work out and eat and work and eat and work and go to bed. And it was just robotic, and it was a sad life to live, but I needed it. And now I'm a lot more social. I'm feeling a lot more free from, like, diabetes, to the point where I'm, like, eating things that I haven't eaten in a long time, and that triggers old relationship with food issues and things of that nature. And I don't know, like, I've just been living a lot more, and it's so good for me and for my mental health, but at the same time coming out of like so hyper focused on me and myself to really like being out there and meeting new people and socializing and doing things and all that. Like it's like a big shift, and because of that I'm feeling a little bit like uneasy, and I just feel like a lot of change is coming and I have a lot of decisions to make. And I mean, I'm feeling a little bit like ooh, and a little bit disconnected from myself and from you guys, and I don't know, but I am happy, and I'm in a transition period. I can feel it, but I'm trying to appreciate it and ride it out, because change comes through transition, and all good things that I've had in my life came from some sort of change. So try to just appreciate every day as it is and take care of myself and be kinder to myself. But that's sort of what I'm actively working on. But overall, I'm doing really well, and I'm feeling very happy, and I'm excited to hopefully soon get more inspired and be back to you guys. So yeah, those are all of the questions that I have for you guys that I wanted to answer today. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. It felt good to reconnect with you guys, and I'm hoping that I will be back to vlogging soon. But definitely let me know in the comments what you guys want. Do you want more videos that aren't necessarily long and like deliciously edited, or would you rather something less frequent but higher quality videos plus like links and things like that? Like, what do you want? Please tell me, because I don't know what I want. But I love you all so much. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social media. It's always linked down below in the description of the video, and I will see you guys so super soon in the next video.